lost, there's always a hope. Rise and fight.
Hello and welcome, StarCraft fans. Welcome to BSL 17. Today we are at the winner's bracket semifinal, and we have some real big names. But first, here with me today, my good buddy Machine. Machine, how are you today?
Doing well, man. Real surprised to see you here. I thought you were gonna be a ghost there for a second, but it's good to see we got the boy back in the cast here. Our Protoss expert, Raz, buddy. It's good to see you, man. Today's gonna be a crazy day.
Yeah, I mean, we start off with the biggest, probably, Protoss teams in the scene, right? Bonyth versus Dewalt, two just monsters in their own right. Always go deep in this tournament. Seem to hit each other as we get closer to the final, and no bigger stage than the semifinal here to advance to the bracket final.
Yeah, man. No surprise that both these players have kind of cleaved their way through the bracket already. I mean, this is BSL finals potential level play we're about to witness, you know, between these two. Bonyth, the old favorite, Dewalt, the new hotness. PvP, man, like, it doesn't get any more epic than this. So
Absolutely. We know this is Bonyth's probably best matchup PvP. So while Dewalt is a monster, he has to play against the man who probably has taken him out of some of these events, and it's going to be tricky. And here we see the stats for both these players, and you notice on the right side, champion, champion, champion versus a lot of seconds there from Dewalt. So he'll want to be able to push through this event and try to get a champion under his name.
yeah, of course, man. I mean, but at the same time, Dewalt been grinding in Korea, really been, I mean, putting his money where his mouth is. Such a incredible Protoss, man. If anyone has potential to take a series off of Bonyth, it's got to be Dewalt. And you know, he's done it in the past. It's not like he's never, you know, been able to take series off Bonyth. But, I mean, Bonyth just known for that incredible PvP prowess, ridiculous Reaver control. I mean, he's so good at this matchup that everybody and anybody has to take him very seriously.
I look at both of their win percentage, right? First Protoss, 71 for Dewalt, 81 for Bonyth, and that's crazy because they hit each other a lot, so you know they're taking games. But this is pretty crazy. But I think we're ready for game number one. I think our players are ready. We're going to be starting off on Apocalypse. Definitely an interesting map here for PvP. No ramp, but let's get into game number one and see what happens.
Ooh, and spawning 12 o'clock position as the blue Protoss. We have big Bonyth, red Protoss.
And in the mid right now, we have our blue Protoss. It is Dewalt. Yeah, so interesting map here, Machine, I think, for PvP. No ramp, so a lot of tricky things are on the table, right? 3 gates, double gate 10-12, proxy gates in the middle, all available here on Apocalypse. So let's see what these guys decide to go for.
Yeah, man. I'm a little partial to just like 3-gate, right? I really think 3 gates PvP on maps without ramps should just be kind of a go-to. But then there's just this weird like meta shift, right? Where like because you know that 3 gates more likely, DT in turn is more likely. But I mean, neither of these players you would really expect to be throwing in a whole lot of DT play, even PvP. Because, I mean, Bonyth's just so good with his robos, right? Like, he can just go 1-gate robo and make it work against just about everything, it feels like, PvP.
Yeah, I mean, he absolutely can. His river control's crazy, so once he gets one out, you know he can hold a lot of battles. One thing that's very popular right now is the 2-gate range into DT to kind of trick your opponent. I'm not sure that'll work so much against Bonyth, who pretty much always goes robo, but it'll be interesting. So Bonyth putting down a little bit earlier of a guess there. Wonder if Dewalt will be putting a pylon first, or if he's just a little bit behind on that timing.
Yeah, slightly behind maybe. Looks like he actually has more minerals though because of it. Starts the core a little faster.
Yeah, I mean, this map, especially with the middle grounds being high grounds too, will definitely determine how a lot of this game is going to go. But the fighting happening a lot there, things can get tricky. You know, defender's advantage. I would say with the way the map is laid out right now and the spawns, Dewalt has a little bit better of a spawn because he has more access to Bonyth's main for Reaver harass. So that could be a big factor as the game goes on.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. As well as first scout here for Dewalt, you know, like that's definitely nothing to slouch at. Like it's a pretty big advantage, especially when both players are so evenly matched in skill here.
Is it an advantage? I never get that, so I don't know what it means to get a first scout.
Usually whenever I get a first scout, it's just so I can lose my scouting drone faster. You know?
Leave the overlord there by mistake. Both players right now, very standard. Nothing too crazy. Bonyth just getting a full look here. What's going on with Dewalt? Both are looking for, you know, third pylon. Is the range spinning? Where do they put that pylon? Very indicative of the play they're going to be using. And, oh, here we go. Dewalt puts down a second gate and a third gate. Bonyth also putting down a double gate.
Ooh. Yeah, 3-gate versus 3-gate. I mean, we know how strong this build is on this map in particular, right? Why not, you know, take a risk and go for a little bit of pressure play? But because they're both going 3-gate, you know, I wonder what the next deviation in build between these two is going to be.
Yeah, I think depending on how the first fight goes, if someone gets a clear advantage, you probably can just both expand behind it. If you don't get the advantage, you may be triggered to go Robo and go 3-gate Robo Reaver and just all in and slam it home. Ooh, look at this fanciness. We got Bonyth's first-person view here. See him getting all his rallies set.
Yeah.
No, he does not. Looking for that scouting probe, making sure they don't get in. Wants to... Oh!
Finds it.
There you are.
How does he know, man? That's insane.
Come here. Come here, little probe.
Ooh, Dewalt got out with the probe, though.
Was able to get out. Both players kind of just getting themselves set. Oh my goodness, did Dewalt's probe get in? It got in.
No
Oh my
way.
goodness, he got around. Oh, there's 2 more goons coming out. Oh, that should give away to Dewalt what's going on now. To see 3 Dragoons come out at the same time, he should know now what he's up against.
Yeah, absolutely. And you don't see him moving forward. That's the funny part, because he knows Bonyth has, you know, doesn't really have the best idea of what he's up against here. But at the same time, it is a 3-gate versus 3-gate, so this could be an advantage to Dewalt if Bonyth gets a little careless.
Massive tip from Mr. CRVT.
No way, 2 grand? Meow. Meow to you too. Dude,
wow,
CRVT
we appreciate
too.
that.
Thank you so much, man. That's huge.
Yes. Let's get the train going from here. But here we go. Bonyth moving out now across the map. Dewalt waiting on the high ground for him. Could close the gap quickly. Oh my goodness. First shots go to Dewalt. Bonyth doesn't get shot off at all and is forced to back up. I think he'll be spared because of this high ground.
He's at least recognized, but I mean, that was significant damage on a single goon there. Both Zealots being traded off. Actually, that was really well done from Bonyth. Like, going into their blind with a disadvantage and not losing a single Dragoon, that's insane, actually.
Yeah, I think Dewalt's going to try to move up and around the bottom part of this thing, knowing that he's damaged that Dragoon and he has an advantage. And here he goes. He's going to get up onto the high ground.
Ooh.
Gets a big volley first. Takes down a Dragoon. Takes down another one. 2 for 1 so far. 3 for 1. Oh my goodness. Dewalt kind of running away. You see he's double targeting with 4 at a time to 2 different Dragoons so that he can kill them quicker. But Bonyth somehow making up ground here.
Yeah, I mean, it was such an even fight. Actually, Dewalt taking a little bit of an advantage, it looks like. And I mean, Bonyth has a Nexus behind this. It's going to be very tough for him to hold. Oh, man. Forced to cancel.
Has to cancel it and blocking with the pylon wall. See, he's just trying to hold on here. Putting down a Robo. Putting down a shield battery. Observer Tori coming out for Dewalt to make sure he doesn't die to anything silly. But he'll know now when he sees the Robo that he doesn't really need the Observer.
GG is... oh, never mind. Yeah, Bonyth's still fighting for his life here. 4 Dragoons still remaining in the main, but this is already significant damage. So many probes have fallen. The entire tech has been scouted and reset. Bonyth just trying to hold his main here. And I mean, it's got to be game. There we go.
There's
GG.
Type called.
Yep. And Dewalt in a surprising, taking a surprising lead in game number 1 of the series here, I'd say. Huh.
Yeah, I mean, he really made a decisive move there to go up that ramp and then targeted separate Dragoons with 2 groups of his own Dragoons. So that was really well done from him. Bonyth somehow catching up almost after losing he was like down 3-1 there in the first thing, but was able to catch up with his own micro. But then Dewalt just goes for the killer blow and pushes through once he gets all the Dragoons. So, hey, that's how PvP goes sometimes, right? You just one fight and the game is over. It's not like you can really recover. So, unfortunate for Bonyth, but I'm sure he's not going to be staggered. He's been here before.
Yeah, he's definitely someone who has been through many events against Dewalt. He's not going to be phased by starting off the series 0-1, but still, I mean, that was a big win there from Dewalt in a completely even scenario for the most part. So yeah, very well done from him.
Yeah, man, nice to just, when you were playing these series, to win the first game. I think it was Naoki was saying that in these best of 5 series, and up bigger, the good person who wins the first game goes on pretty much to win it all the time. So that's going to make him feel good, make him feel comfortable. But Bonyth not going to give up. Bonyth ready to fight it out as much as he can. And I believe that the one issue I think is that was Bonyth's map pick, right? That was his choice.
Yeah, to kind of start the series off. So yeah, you got to be a little bummed going 0-1 on Apocalypse, especially if you're, Bonyth, and that was your map pick there. But still, I mean, it's a mirror matchup, obviously, right, for PvP. So you got to admit that like map choice doesn't play as much of a, as a big decision maker, at least in PvP. So he'll be able to kind of recover. He's not too worried about it. Looks like next map though going to be Invader, big 2-player map, obviously known for like the double ramps leading into the natural here. A little bit more of a standardized map than we'd see, than what we saw from the previous game, with it actually having a ramp leading into the main here. So I'd expect to see something a little different there. In fact, I'd be very shocked if we saw a 3-gate opener from either player in this next set.
Yeah, I think Invader doesn't really press well for a 3-gate, but it does press well for some proxy gates or proxy 1-gate or something like that to kind of harass your opponent early and try to take that early lead. But if not, all the other builds are on the table. 2-gate into Expo, 1-gate Robo, Shuttle. So the one thing to mention about this map is the amount of ramps that are all over the map. So when you're taking fights, you really want to make sure that you're on those high grounds before you engage in.
Yeah, of course. Positioning, like usual, always going to be, very, very key. And because this is such a uniquely shaped map, and there's so many different entrances, right? Like it's, there's a lot to account for here. But with that, both of our players are ready to go, folks. So let's jump into Dewalt versus Bonyth, game number 2. And spawning top left as the blue Protoss, currently down 0-1, it is StarCast Bonyth.
And the bottom right, we have our red Protoss. It is Dewalt. So there's no shenanigans so far here, Machine. No one sent out a probe across the map yet.
I know you're disappointed.
I am. I do like the old 1-gate harassment,
Yeah, it's such a pain to deal with, right? You have to very much be on top of your probe control. It makes just the games get really messy early on. But, both these players, are definitely used to the chaos of PvP. So maybe they just want to kind of get into a standardized game and play from there or something.
I'm sure. I think Dewalt definitely prefers that, and I'm sure it's not far off for Bonyth. Like, he doesn't feel like he needs to all in. Neither player does. They're just going to play standard, but you do see Dewalt checking for those gateways to make sure that there's nothing in his base too early.
Yeah, I mean, wise scout, right? Especially against a player like Bonyth that has potential to pull anything off PvP. But yeah, we actually see Bonyth with the first scout. It's like slightly ahead of Dewalt's own first probe scout. 2-player map, so each player should just be able to scout, each other here fairly quickly. Wouldn't expect too many shenanigans early on.
And they both check their base and outside, so they're both feeling comfortable. They're like, all right, let's just move along and get into it.
So how many Reavers do you think we're going to see this game?
Minimum 4.
Minimum 4. Okay. Just double Reaver from both Bonyth and Dewalt?
I think so.
Yeah. I think this is going to be a great map for 1-gate Robo. I'd be very surprised if either player did anything other than 1-gate Robo on this map.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good choke point to have in the front, and the distance is so far from base to base, so you really can just take a Nexus and kind of hold. I think that's totally fine. So I think you're right. I think that's a good build here.
There's also
no reason
a lot
to
of the
get too
map
crazy.
to scout in order for like drop defense, right? Like if you're looking at Bonyth's base, there's potential for drops from the natural coming from 12 o'clock, or the main from mid left, and it's very difficult to scout all those pathways for something like a complete base trade like Reaver drop scenario.
Yeah, the base trade can get a little tricky with the ramp, but I mean, it's hard to go there around and make the decision. And Bonyth opting in for this second gate early to try to put some pressure on Dewalt. He's going to be looking to get in there as soon as he gets about 4 goons in range, maybe 5 if his gateway isn't in time, but it looks like it'll be there. And it looks like he'll go into a Robo after with that first pylon. Dewalt looking like he may go 1 gate. Nope, never mind. I'm wrong. I was going to say 1 gate Nexus, but are we going to see another 3 gate?
I don't know, man. This is some mind games. It is a 3 gate. That's bizarre. He's also mining with all 3 probes on gas, I want to point out.
Yeah, usually you take 2 off right when you do this build. So
yeah. Isn't that weird?
I wonder if he just knows that Bonyth likes this build of 2 gate. Ooh, another big tip there from Hazareth. Thank you very much. $100 tip.
Man, that's huge.
It.
Yeah, thank you, Hazareth.
Keep them coming today so we can get our next BSL up and ready. Keep the funding going.
Yeah, still got to shout out CRVT2 as well, man. That $2,000 tip goes a long way to supporting BSL. Well, we have first move out coming from Bonyth's side, actually. It's going to be a couple Dragoons and a Zealot, nothing out of the usual. Dewalt, though, about to have all 3 of those gateways kicking in here very soon, so if Bonyth doesn't recognize this and tries to, like, face slam in with all of his units, too hard, I mean, Dewalt could just eat it up.
Yeah, and Dewalt's going to get a full scout again, man. Oh,
yeah.
Here we go. Good
Ooh.
targeting from Bonyth early there. Gets a lot of damage done on that Dragoon.
Yeah, very nicely done, though, from Dewalt as well, at least sniping off that one Zealot. And here we go. The rally from Dewalt kicking in, and Dewalt with an advantage, actually. And
Yeah,
Bonyth recognizes it.
Yeah, the 3 Dragoons jumped out machine.
Yeah. Dewalt recognizing that probe scout from Dewalt, or Bonyth recognizes that probe scout from Dewalt, sees that he doesn't have a natural yet. Observatory going down for Bonyth here, and Robo just starting now for Dewalt.
I'm surprised with the observatory machine because he knows how many Dragoons are there, so it pretty much can't be DT because of the number. I thought he would just go right into Shuttle Reaver. So he's going to have a little window here, Dewalt, where he might be able to get a good engage on a good angle if he gets another rally out of 3.
Yeah, sure seems to look that way. Slight supply advantage for Bonyth. Oh, now it's evened up. Yeah, it looks like Dewalt does want to pressure here, though.
He knows he has the reinforcement advantage. The only thing is the distance, but he's gonna be up a goon here, Machine.
Here we go.
Gets
Nice.
the first shots off.
Yeah, that's a low Dragoon as well.
Oh, he finds the other low Dragoon, and then targets down the other one with just 2 to finish it off. Gets another couple shots. Will he decide to go up the ramp?
Incredible control here from Dewalt. Observer pops out for Bonyth here, but not quite able to do it. I mean, the longer he's engaging on the high ground, I was just going to say, like, the more efficient he's going to be trading here. I mean, the big advantage now is positioning, right? We know Bonyth doesn't have a Reaver quite yet. We know it's going to be so brutal to try to break down that ramp at this point with the positioning that Dewalt has gained himself. And Dewalt able to get the faster expand behind it. And Bonyth recognizes it. He's all in here. He's going 3-gate Robo Reaver. He's gonna have to do something to break down this ramp, tear down Dewalt's army, and stop this second expansion from happening.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. He's all in here. He's going to need to win with this move out or do significant damage. Going 3-gate Robo on one base, that's pretty much the max you could support. And he sees that Dewalt does have a Nexus going, so he knows he needs to make a bust. But because of the way the map is, Machine, he can continue to back up and keep engaging on all those high grounds, forcing Bond to slowly push up with the Reaver and everything else. Like, he'll be able to buy some time as he retreats here.
Big supply lead, I gotta say, though, for Bonyth here. Almost, he's like 8 supply up. I mean, I guess one of those.
Big boy Reavers, baby.
Yeah, I guess so.
Those big boy Reavers carry a lot of supply, you know? Bond's got to be really careful here. She cannot. Oh! Does a great job of getting directly under the goons right away. Takes one out, forcing Dewalt to back up. Dewalt should be. That probe is hidden. He's like, I think I know what he's doing, but I'm going to confirm it.
Yeah, quite nice once again from Dewalt here. Good, good scouting. And here we go.
President tried to fight him on that ramp right there. He's backing up, coming into his natural.
Those Dragoons are just too weak. He needs to support his rally at this point. At least he has a Reaver down, Zealot even to help buffer. But here we go. This is do or die time here for Bonyth. Ooh, good first shot. Picks up immediately. Shuttle being focused down on both sides.
Oh my goodness! He loses the shuttle with one Reaver.
Oh, but the
second
shuttle
Reaver
dies
down.
through Dewalt while being picked up. At least there's a Reaver rally coming in.
It has
here.
no scarabs.
There we go. Big shot. He's going to have to back up. Actually, Bonyth backing up. I'm surprised. I thought he was just going to dive on that Reaver there.
Me too. I guess he's waiting for reinforcements. Bonyth knows this is his moment. He needs to get it done. Dewalt putting a Manor Pylon up front so that he can take some shots. Bonyth diving in for this Reaver. Good 2 shots there.
Nice probes getting in, doing a little bit of damage here as well. And yeah, nice surround, even trapping a couple of those Dragoons from Bonyth. Still though, eco damage being done. Bonyth might be doing exactly what he needs to stay in this one.
Absolutely. At least he got a lot of damage done. They both lost a lot here. The only thing for Dewalt is that his Nexus has been done. I mean, it's not blinking right now, so it's not producing the probes, but probe count looking healthy. Bonyth getting his Nexus up. It may have been enough damage to help continue this pressure. And Dewalt may think this is all in. Machine, he may be thinking, all right, I better defend and sit here, but Bonyth has a Nexus behind it.
Yeah, I mean, I said that Bonyth was all in, and I was wrong. It is a recoverable position if you do enough damage. So, man, very well done here from Bonyth to stay in this one. Supply lead
Even a shield battery put down for Dewalt there.
Yeah, this is big, man. Big Bonyth showing why he's such a brute PvP.
Oh man.
Bonyth with the faster second gas, it looks like, taking that assimilator at the natural. What tech change do you expect from both these players next?
I think once we get into like 6 gateways, 4 to 6 gateways, we'll start putting down the Citadel and a Forge, and we'll have to get into some kind of Templar archive play. But for the mid game, we're probably going to see mostly Dragoon Reaver.
I see. Just constant Reaver shuttle production. Yeah. I guess if you end up spending too much gas on, the Citadel and Templar Archives too early on, you could lose a mid-game fight.
Yeah, you lose to that big Dragoon ball with the Reavers, but we'll see.
Probe count climbing for both players. Bonyth, though, has stabilized with a 10 supply advantage, given everything that happened. And actually, Bonyth looking to get active on the map again. We see him moving out towards Dewalt's natural. Dewalt, with the Observer Scout, will recognize that Bonyth is out on the map, moving in here. And suddenly, Dewalt, caught with no Observer, didn't really even know that Bonyth was outside of his natural.
No shuttle, man! Oh my goodness, no shuttle!
Yeah, that's big. Dewalt trying to get on top of these Reavers
Oh
and
my
shuttle.
goodness, one Reaver down.
Ooh, huge Scarab, though, from Dewalt. Oh, man, those were massive, massive Scarabs here. He does have the shield battery to fall back on. Yes, uses it to hold on to that remaining Reaver, but Bonyth just all over him, man.
Yeah, I think he's done it, man. I think he's pushed through. He's broken in. Dewalt, the shuttle's here now, but too little, too late. Dewalt going to target it down to make sure it can't be used. Huge push here from Bonyth. I think he may be in the midst of tying this series up.
Yeah, I think you're right, Raz. Man, still, though, Dewalt fighting for his life here, making this so difficult on Bonyth. But, man, he was in a great position there. GG. Oh, never mind. First person of Bonyth being shown here. And yeah, looks like he's going to snipe that Observer, remove any further scouting from Dewalt, so Dewalt will now be playing in the blind.
Yeah, I think Dewalt recognizing his situation is a little dire. I think he expected Bonyth to have this much, so he is like, oh no, but I think he's going to keep fighting on. Why not? Keep battling it out. It's PvP. If you get a good Reaver drop or one good engagement, you can take it down.
Yeah, I've definitely seen plenty of those games, PvP. Just one counter Reaver wiping 2 mineral lines,
All of a sudden, you're back in it.
Yeah, but Bonyth looking confident. Once again, we see a stream of blue moving across the map here. Likely just waiting for a shuttle for the remaining 2 Reavers, and he'll go in for another timing.
Yeah, Bonyth has recovered really well from the start of this game, and now he's in the driver's seat, taking a third Nexus, pushing his advantage, looking to really fight again with Dewalt here. Use those Reavers once he gets them down here. He has a huge supply lead right now.
Yeah, 30 supply advantage here for Bonyth. And here we go. I think those Reavers and the shuttle finally grouping up here. Bonyth looking to pressure, poking in with his first 2 Reavers. Dewalt jumping in as well, though. Very well done. Ooh. Nice snipe on those shuttles and Reaver. And Bonyth diving in here, lost his Reavers, but has very insane Dragoon count. And yeah, it looks like it's just too much here. Too much Bonyth.
Yeah. Bonyth's just streaming through. GG is called by Dewalt. Wow, and our series is tied up 1-1. I was a little worried there, Machine, for Bonyth when he went 3-gate robo, like, wow, we need to get a kill, we need to get something done. And I guess the damage he did on those probes and the army fight was just enough to kind of get him back into it, and then he just pushed that lead from there.
Yeah, I mean, he was full commit with that 3-gate robo Reaver timing, as you have to be. I thought he kind of started off in a worse, position with 2-gate robo Observer versus 3-gate Dewalt, easily held, took a slight advantage there going into the mid game, but Bonyth still managed to find a way to pull it back. So well done from Bonyth there.
Yeah, some really good fights, some really good control, able to get the series tied up as we expect. These games are so close between these 2 players. They're both just so good.
Yeah, it's going to be neck and neck all the way through this series. I think it's probably going to come down to Game 5, just knowing these 2.
Yeah, we're probably going to go the distance here, and they're going to go blow for blow, and we'll see who can take it out the other.
Yep. So I believe the next map going to be Circuit Breakers. Yep. Yeah, Circuit Breakers, kind of an old school map for PvP, like a weird one where your close third doesn't have a gas, right? So how do you kind of feel like Circuit Breakers is going to play into this PvP?
I think we're going to see 10-12 from Bonyth. Really good map to do it. Larger ramp. The positions are not that far, like you mentioned, so I think we'll see 10-12 from him. I think Dewalt will probably play standard out. Don't see too much 10-12 from him. But this fight, the fighting on this map gets weird by the bridges, by the high grounds, by the third, so you can kind of hold a little bit with a little bit less of an army, so we'll see if players get a little bit more greedy with their builds, or if they're just going to play standard and push through.
I see. Get a little greedier with it. Does it, do you ever get into a situation where you, like, take the mid-roll only over, like, a third gas base on this map?
Yeah, I think that naturally happens, and then what happens in the mid-game is you have more gateways and more zealot production as you go through.
So speed zealots are like a larger composition of your army on this map in particular?
Into the mid-game, and then zealots stink late game, so...
Gotcha.
You got to push to that fourth and get that third gas down so you can really get your army comp where it wants to be. So definitely going to be interesting. I mean, just to mention, the middle of the map is buildable, so proxy gates are available here in the center. Will that happen? I have a doubt of that, but I think we'll see 10-12 from Bonyth in this game.
Yeah, I don't even know if Dewalt knows how to proxy gate. I can't even remember the last time I saw him proxy like proxy gates in any matchup, to be honest with you. But it would be, you know what? Always BSL finals, always a good time to pull it out. Yeah, with that, both of our players are ready, folks. It's gonna be Big Bad Bonyth facing off against Dewalt on Circuit Breakers game number 3. And spawning bottom left side of Circuit Breakers as the blue Protoss once again, it's Bonyth.
And in the top left, we have Dewalt. You know, Machine, I think you make a good point, and maybe that's why Dewalt should pull out some proxy gates. You never see him do it. I don't think Bonyth would expect it.
Yeah, it's like a DT drop or something, right? Like when you're Bonyth and you're just so good at standard play, and then you know suddenly the 1 in 100 games you play Bonyth and he opens DT PvP, it's just going to work. Like you are just not going to be ready for DT that one time, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Because you don't see it, you're like, ah, whatever, and then next thing you know, there they are.
Yep.
Cloaked boys walking in your base.
Where are they? I can't see them.
Can't see them.
Gateway down for both players here. Spawning vertical positions. What do you think about vertical spawns on Circuit Breakers?
I think it gets very open for the drops for both sides, for the naturals. So you really got to be aware of what's going on back there. Almost leave an observer with some goons into the mid game, or even early, because you don't want that Reaver just to fly down through that middle left and then just clear your mineral line of all your probes. But I was wrong here, Machine. We did not see a 10-12.
You know, I was thinking there, to be honest with you, that they were going to go 10-12 as well. Like, Bonyth has such good 2-gate pressure. I mean, I could tell you from Zerg vs Protoss experience, man, like his 2-gate feels like a 4-gate. You know, like there's just so many zealots. They're always in all the best spots, being annoying. But yeah, I don't know. I guess Dewalt, he might feel like Dewalt might be able to stifle it, I guess.
Yeah. So no scout here from Dewalt, at least delayed scout. So he'll have a little bit of mineral advantage. I wonder if that means he's going to go into a second gateway with pressure, or if he's just going to continue with the standard stuff. But usually you're getting a little extra mineral influx. Oh, we see the Manor Pylon attempt here.
Yeah, Dewalt too good though.
He said no thanks.
Yep, not gonna happen. Somehow Dewalt changing direction with that scouting probe going bottom left. Ooh, nice pickup. Wow, okay. Here we go, Dewalt. Oh, Bonyth's Zealot not quite in position to block this though. Man, Dewalt's been getting great scouting this whole series so far.
Yeah, he's been able to get these probes in and been able to do it. Oh, moving shot there. Ooh, got blocked. But Now Bonyth's got to play the little question mark game, right? Like, what is Dewalt doing now that he didn't lose, or he lost that probe? Like, what build is he going to go with? It's opened up for Dewalt a lot here. It's a big advantage PvP.
Yeah, just a single probe like that, a single scout, like it you know, it has like a butterfly effect later on, especially if you know, you're at the highest of levels like these two players.
Yeah, the mind games kick in. Oh my goodness. Is he going to get in again?
It looks
Nope.
like the Zealot's at a good spot. And yeah, Dragoon in position to kind of start pushing this off. Dewalt, though, has a couple Dragoons of his own. And it looks like Bonyth wisely backing off. Oh, maybe not. Is this bait? Is he baiting the...
Yeah, it's bait.
Man, I was like, what's he doing here? But actually, Bonyth as well, moving out on the map with a couple more units, so... Looks like Dewalt getting maybe some shield burn damage. Probe, once again, relentlessly trying to scout in here from Dewalt.
Yeah, both players playing very standard here.
See the Robo before second gateway. Wow.
Yeah, probably going to be Observer into Revert, some pressure. Man. Oh, I don't know about this, Dewalt. I don't know about this.
Looks like he was just trying to maybe sneak the probe in to see if Bonyth was taking a natural or something, but...
Very similar builds here, Machine.
Yeah, very, very similar. Observer, once again, first here from Bonyth. Really respecting the DT play. So what are you expecting next here?
I'm expecting both to put down a Nexus ASAP. I think Dewalt will put a Nexus down with the Observer, and I think Bonyth will just get a Reaver and then push it out. I think Bonyth's, yeah, he's already taking the process. He's going to have his Nexus first for sure with the build choice that he had, which is going to be advantage Bonyth.
I see. Ha. Will Dewalt also go for a Nexus here, or is he likely going to do like some kind of a Reaver pressure build?
I think he's going to go for a Nexus here as well, considering he went Observer first. I think if you wanted to get the Reaver pressure, you almost take the risk and go Shuttle Reaver, because he's not going to be able to have it in time now. Like, Bonyth will have one Reaver, a second Reaver right after. I don't think he'll be able to push into the natural. He may do some pressure because he went 2-gate here and try to see, but once Bonyth has the Reaver up, the pressure is pretty much over. Like, there's no busting it.
I see. Yeah, Dewalt does confirm Nexus faster here for Bonyth. Going to have to catch up with a Nexus of his own here. So I think Bonyth got to be feeling pretty good about this. Oh, tries to get the Observer snipe. Very well done there from Dewalt, but Bonyth just 2 on top of it.
Yeah, that is key to keep that alive, right? Like, you want to be able to see what's going on, so unfortunately he couldn't snipe it. And we do see Dewalt coming out to do some pressure, but like I said, with that Reaver, man, there's no way he's going to bust into this nat.
Yeah, there's just absolutely no way. Not only does he have the same, you know, unit counter more, but he has a Reaver on top of it. I mean, Dewalt sees it. You gotta say that much. There is a Observer over that scouting cliff, and actually is gonna jump in and maybe try to grab a Dragoon. Wow, he almost killed it too, but. Big Reaver Scarab showing up here from Bonyth.
Oh, Dewalt doing a great job of these first engages to get the first shot and to pick one Dragoon off and get as much damage down as he can. So really good from him. Ooh. I think he's going to try to just drop behind the mineral line to the left as he pushes in the front. Bonyth knows there's an Observer there. Goodbye, Observer. Thanks for coming.
Here
At
comes
the same time, here it is.
Ooh. Can it connect? Oh, Bonyth didn't react.
Almost recognize again.
Shuttle.
Oh, those probes went the wrong way. Oh my goodness. They made a wrong turn. Now they're dead. It's unfortunate for them. That was great. A little bit of pulling his attention to the front, right? Bonyth saw the Dragoons coming in, got ready to micro, and at the same time, Dewalt dropped that Reaver. So really well done.
The advantage for Bonyth right now being this Observer, though. He's got good vision. But Dewalt doing a great job defending these ramps here. It's going to be quite tough for Bonyth to move out. Bonyth does have a 1 Reaver advantage as well. And Dewalt actually diving in here after the shuttle Reaver.
Wow, he's going for it, man. I'm surprised about this.
I am as well.
What a shot there from that Reaver. Oh my goodness, goes for the shuttle. Bonyth just cleaning up this army, man, and taking a massive advantage right here. I mean, he lost only 1 Reaver and a couple Dragoons for a Reaver shuttle and the entire army of Dewalt. Dewalt cannot be feeling good about that.
No, definitely not a good trade for Dewalt there, but I mean, I respect that he went for it, right? If Bonyth had, you know, misplayed for even half a second, who knows? He maybe loses both Reavers and loses the game right there.
Absolutely, but now Dewalt is going to have to deal with the pressure having no shuttle. Bonyth with a Reaver and a shuttle getting around there, so he's going to be able to take a good arc here as he comes down. Ooh. Oh, he does get the shuttle and the Reaver, but a massive shot from the Reaver of Bonyth. But is it enough? It just might be.
Oh man, 2 more Dragoons rallying in here. At least we have 1 Reaver left, but we're going to need to pull probes. Is Dewalt.
Yeah, and all of this is just extra damage, right? Machine not being able to mine off your natural, losing and trading armies at this point is good for Bonyth. The more he can trade, the more of the times he can get the probes to be pulled, just presses his advantage here.
Yeah, I mean, it's just better and looking better and better here for Bonyth. Dewalt already behind. You can see that Bonyth has very healthy mineral lines, right? Like, he is not struggling on the eco front. Has unit advantage, and here we go. Bonyth diving in, targeting down the first Dragoon, targeting down the second Dragoon.
What a good split.
There's just nothing left here for Dewalt.
Yeah, the split there from Bonyth's Dragoons was just crazy, man. None of them were touching at all, so the Reaver could not splash and do the max damage. Oh man, almost another Observer down here. Getting expensive. Bonyth's trading. I'm sure he's going to have Reavers of his own incoming. He's probably going to add up another couple gateways here. He has the money to do so.
Yeah, 4 more Dragoons moving across the map here for Bonyth. Looks like a counter Reaver drop timing.
Oh, I don't know if he saw it.
I don't think he did. And
but
here we
at
go.
the same time, how does he survive at his main? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think he can, honestly.
He's bringing the Reavers home. We didn't even drop them. Is there even a Reaver in there, or is it just a fake shuttle?
I don't even know. It might be a fake.
I think it was a big shuttle. Yeah, I think it was a fake.
Cute play.
Yep.
Probes continuing to fall here for Dewalt. Oh, nice pickup, though. Ooh, shuttle getting quite low for Bonyth, but drops just in the nick of time. We do have a Reaver on the high ground here for Dewalt.
Bonyth just wants this, man. He wants it over. He wants to push through. He wants to crush him. Oh my goodness. Gets those probes as well. I mean, once again here, Machine, the damage is done, right? We've killed a ton of probes. We've traded out the armies. You're mining super efficiently. Dewalt just in a terrible, terrible position at this point. Bonyth picking up 1 probe just for good measure to say, haha, I got it.
Yeah, just doing as much damage as he can, man. He's being as efficient as possible. This could actually be a Reaver drop. Or it could also not be. Oh, it does get a probe pull, though.
It's a good fake, but that's going to trigger Bonyth to go back in. He's like, well, if your shuttle's here with the Reaver, then you have nothing at home again. So it's going to trigger him to go in again. And Bonyth just pushing through, taking out all those Dragoons first. Really good control here, able to kill the Dragoons, then get on the Zealots. I mean, just incredible from Bonyth, his control, man.
Yeah, it's top tier control, man. Like, he really does it better than almost everybody else. We're seeing more and more blue rallying across the map here. Dewalt's natural mineral line barely mining at this point. And yeah, we see finally another shuttle here from Bonyth. He could kind of do whatever he wants at this point. He could counter drop the main while attacking the natural with Dragoons. He could just keep it all paired together. It's just so tough here for Dewalt to hold.
Yeah, and that shuttle does have a Reaver this time. So let's see what damage he can get done. Ooh, great shot there. Another good one there. He really wiped his probe line out, but I think it's just too little too late. Look at the supply difference. He's going to lose his natural nexus.
Yeah, this will prevent Dewalt from mining on that second base. There's just no way he can move down that ramp against a Reaver. at the moment. And yeah, Bonyth just looking so strong, like usual, PvP.
Yeah, Bonyth just crushing it this game, man. Really good control, really good fights. I think this all really, I mean, he had the build order advantage, which was big, but that one fight by his natural that he was able to get everything was just a killer.
Yeah, it really was. Just top control, man. Dewalt being uncharacteristically aggressive.
Oh,
But
my
actually,
goodness.
wow, huge
Oh
trades.
my goodness. A lot of missed shots there from these Dragoons.
Yeah, I mean, Dewalt still just making it so tough here for Bonyth to kind of close out.
Somehow Bonyth trades there. Oh my
And
he
gets the Reaver.
Yeah.
Wow, incredible.
GG from Dewalt is called.
Yeah, GG is called there, and Bonyth going to be taking the lead for the first time in this series, man. 2-1, like such close games, you know, as you'd expect, right?
Yeah, the games are really close. I mean, every move is tight. We saw the build order being a big advantage there for Bonyth, right? And then Dewalt trying to make something happen, trying to dive on the shuttle with the Reavers. Wasn't successful, and that just gave Bonyth all the steam he needed to just run him over from there. So, really well played from Bonyth. Really good control. I mean, you saw the spread at the natural where he had like 8-9 Dragoons all apart so that he couldn't get any splash damage. I mean, just incredible.
Yeah, great patience, right? Like he never overstepped. He never, you know, went too far across the map and allowed anything to get picked off. Gotta say though, Dewalt definitely being the more diligent player with the scouting, right? He's managed to get his probes in there each and every single game to see exactly what Bonyth's been up to. So, you know, it's really just been so close between these two so far.
I'm surprised by all the early game aggression from Dewalt. I thought that he'd want to play a longer game out, get into the mid game, because his strength really is in multitasking and macro and being able to just outplay his opponent throughout the mid to late game. We're not seeing it get there. Like, these games are ending within 15 minutes. So I don't know if Dewalt is playing all the way to his strength or he just feels like, hey, I don't care, I'm going to go for it. But I would like to see him maybe play a little more passive at times and get to those 10, 12, 15 gateways, 4 base games where he's storm dropping and Reaver, like, just task Bonyth's multitask.
Yeah, I think if you're gonna have a shot against Bonyth, you know, that's got to be at least something you're attempting to go for, because Bonyth's early mid game PvP is it's just perfect, right? It's just incredible.
Yeah, well, Bonyth 1 game away from taking the series here, Machine, and sending Dewalt down to the losers bracket. So Dewalt on his heels a little bit, but I'm sure that he has been here before. He knows what he's doing. He can pull it back.
Yeah, he can take solace in that each and every single one of the games he's played so far in the series has been so close, right? I mean, the game 1, you know, taking a lead against Bonyth, as we mentioned before, how big taking a lead early on in the series can be. That was on, you know, Apocalypse. The Invader game, mega close. He actually, you know, started off with an advantage. Like, he's been winning the first fights, right? Like, the way he's been shaving shield off of, like, early Dragoon encounters, like, he definitely starts out in a good spot. But yeah, with that, our game number 4 going to be on Polypoid here, folks. Both our players are ready, so let's jump into game number 4, Bonyth versus Dewalt. And spawning bottom right of Polypoid as the blue Protoss, currently up 2-1 in the series, it is Bonyth.
And in the bottom left, we have Dewalt. Well, this map should be very familiar to both players, right? And,
Yeah.
like, they both know what they have to do. They both know how to play this map. Wonder if Bonyth will pull out his 10-12 now. I would be shocked if we didn't see it at all this series. And knowing Dark Origin is the last map, not a great 2-gate map, so I wonder if he'll pull it out, but nope, the pylon is going back towards the gas, so probably not.
It might just be like a read or something he has on Dewalt. Maybe Dewalt in particular is good at holding 10-12. Who knows? Either way, it's been working out for him so far, so no worries there. What do you think about these positions on Polypoid for PvP?
I think if anything, Bonyth gets the slight advantage because his natural and base face Dewalt's main base, but at the same time that gives Bonyth's natural facing Dewalt. So I think it's like slight for the main drops, but Dewalt will be able to have the third base high ground that faces Bonyth, but I'm not sure that's going to be the biggest factor of all time.
Yeah, we saw last game, Bonyth definitely not shy about trying to sneak in with a single Reaver and clear a natural mineral line, you know, if he gets those close spawns. So it's going to have to be something Bonyth kind of recognizes and adapts to going into this next game. I was like, a forge? What's he building a forge for? Just getting that positioning down. One gate forge PvP.
One gate forge expansion with the gas.
Yep, it's the play. New wave PvP.
The Bonyth unfortunately scouts the wrong way, so he'll last scout Dewalt.
Yeah, not too lucky, fortunately. It looks like Dewalt once again with the later scout. Oh, actually, Bonyth might go cross map here, so. Oh, he's gonna get second scout. He'll actually scout Dewalt first. Dewalt with the later scout, but fortunately it is the correct scouting pattern. So he's gonna get a little bit of an advantage there.
I'm assuming Dewalt will go with robotics or Citadel here, considering the late scout again. Usually if you don't get in, you want to go robo, but he's not going to get in as well, and he probably sees that pylon, so he'll know that it's going to be a robotics in the front.
That pylon triggers that to you? You're just like, oh, he made a pylon right there. It's got to be robo.
Got to be a robo.
Is
Unless
Dragoon
it's
range.
Mind games here, maybe, you know? Put that pylon there and then don't do it. Put a Citadel down anyway.
What if he put a Citadel there by the ramp and let it get scouted?
I would
What
have
you
to
think
question
about that.
I would have to question Bond's decision making there. I don't know if that's the best, unless he's like, you know what, I'm so much better, I can do whatever I want. Or show him the Citadel and then cancel it and go 3-gate.
Could be good.
Wow, high level mind games going on here.
What if he just went Citadel into DT though? Dewalt's like, he's showing a Citadel. There's no way. There's just no way. And then he walks across the map with a couple
Dewalt
DTs.
just panics and makes Stargate. Builds a scout.
Dewalt's head just explodes. Like,
what is going on here? But nope, very standard play here from both players. Nothing crazy.
Yeah, both players with that early robo. Kind of like I thought the Invader game was going to start. Just one gate robo, get your Reavers out, go from there. This is kind of Bonyth's bread and butter. He's so good at this PvP.
Yeah, the question is, will they add a second gateway like he did last time to Dewalt? Will Bonyth do that and maybe skip observers and just try to go for some kind of timing bust? See, yeah, Dewalt adds the second gate right away. If he does that, he should have a really good push into Bonyth if he skips observers.
Once again, Bonyth opening observer first.
Yeah, I think just playing super safe, didn't get in his base. Dewalt again, though, with the observatory as well. I think, once again, this build order is probably going to favor Bonyth. He'll be able to get his Reaver out early, man. And a Nexus down first.
Yeah, kind of a good read. I mean, of all the games, it feels like if Dewalt just went 3-gate here, right, he would just run this over. Well, looks like Dewalt going to be continually producing more and more Dragoons here. Might have a small window just with that extra gateway count to get something done. Being very diligent once again with the probe scout.
Bonyth not let it happen this time. He's like, no way. But I'm telling you, Machine, I really think once again it's just going to be advantage Bonyth here with once the Reaver gets it out. I'm not sure how Dewalt's going to be able to fake drop again.
He's
We
just
love big
confirming the Nexus. I think he's just confirming the Nexus.
I want him to fly that in there, man.
Ooh, that's a big pickup.
That's big, yeah.
Maybe Dewalt just goes for his own Reaver timing now.
He can continue production if he'd like and just get double Reaver and go. That's the only timing he'll have, because once again, he's going to know he's behind because of the Reaver. I mean, the Nexus. Like, he has no Nexus in the expansion. The Nexus getting up first is just too big, man.
Do you go with one Reaver or two?
I think you go with one, so you have a Reaver with a shuttle, and he doesn't have the shuttle, and you go for it. I think if you wait for two, it's too late.
Dewalt going to get in with his own Observer Scout here. Sees the shield battery, a single Reaver, and... I mean, but Dewalt's... like, Reaver isn't here yet, right? So he can't truly pressure this.
It's going to get tricky diving into the natural because of the choke. Oh, he has his own shuttle. See, he didn't even go second Reaver machine. He went shuttle to make sure he could micro. Bonyth okay with just sitting here, man.
Here we go. Dewalt finally diving in.
He sends the Zell in at first. Oh my god! Almost got
that shuttle.
Shuttle, yep.
Wow. Big damage being done here. Ah, that shuttle once again living thanks to that shield battery. Yeah, Dewalt just, once again, being uncharacteristically aggressive in these fights.
Yeah, man, just getting so aggressive.
Ooh, nice shot, though. Does manage to get out with the Reaver, so it's kind of his saving grace here.
Yeah, I still think because of the eco difference, and oh my goodness, he's got to be really careful, man. He could lose his shuttle here.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to lose the shuttle. In fact, the shuttle's a little trapped here. Oh, he will try to... Oh, if he went north right then, he could have made it out, but easier said than done. Yeah, this shuttle's going to be trapped.
Fuck.
Yeah, Bonyth's stacking quite a few minerals, though. Like, he's definitely winning the control, but he needs to stay on top of that, that gateway count. Oh, he's not going to let it get out. Here we go. Reaver diving in. Shuttle being targeted down here. But actually, looks like pretty good trade overall for Dewalt.
Yeah, I think that was fine for Dewalt. He loses the shuttle, which is unfortunate. The problem, again, Machine, is that this Nexus was so much earlier and he was able to mine from it, right? They pretty much traded out equal amounts of stuff. So it's not like Dewalt was able to claw back into it right away. Bonyth getting up to 5 gateways immediately. Dewalt looks like he's at 4 himself. I think we're just going to play into a mid-game here. Maybe Bonyth had missed a probe. We left that Reaver there. We don't care about it. No love for that Reaver.
I don't think he feels like he can walk it out. He's probably waiting for a shuttle or something, I'd assume, to go pick it up. There's no way you just forget about a Reaver, right?
Doesn't love that Reaver. Doesn't love that Reaver.
Well, second gas down here for Bonyth, starting to be mined. Same for Dewalt. Game's really starting to look evened up, honestly.
Yeah, I'm surprised that we're this close. I thought Bonyth would have a little bit more of a lead, but Dewalt probably not missing a beat here. Like we said, his macro, man, is just incredible. Doesn't miss a probe, doesn't miss anything.
Yeah, he does pick up that second Reaver, so now he's in a pretty fine position here, sitting on the high ground, using his observer to kind of scout out this movement from Bonyth. Ooh, needs to really pay attention to his shuttle, though.
Oh my goodness, the shuttle's isolated. The shuttle's isolated here, Machine. This is going to be massive.
Yeah, that was
There goes
just
both
huge.
the Reavers. Oh my god.
Both Reavers being popped immediately. Shuttle goes down for Bonyth, though, but actually a great spread here from Dewalt. Might be all he needs to kind of take this fight.
Yeah, man. Bonyth is trying to back up here with his Dragoons, but I can't believe that Dewalt was able to recover that after giving up both of his Reavers immediately. Wow.
Yeah, it was kind of a nice call from Bonyth there. He was distracting with an observer that Dewalt ended up sniping off, and was able to kill both of Dewalt's Reavers to start the fight. But Dewalt, with good unit control of his own, able to kind of recover there.
Yeah, now we see we're just going to push into this normal style mid game here, machine with just Dragoon, Reaver, non-stop production from both players. Bonyth, I believe, does have the gateway advantage, but Dewalt up in supply anyway by 13 here.
When will either player look to take a third, do you think?
I don't think for a little bit here. I think they're going to look to, oh my goodness.
Whoa.
Counter?
It's counter time? Yeah, he might. It looks like he's
Wow,
just
what a
counter.
shot.
Yeah, huge shot. Dewalt kind of caught out here. It doesn't look like he quite knows what he wants to do here, but
Dude,
really
he
doing a
is-
great job softening up these Dragoons.
Yeah, man. Oh no, his Reaver took a shot.
Look at that control, though. Dewalt trying to
Oh my
just
goodness, he
stream
saved
in
the
here.
Reaver. Bonyth gonna be shocked in a minute here.
Yeah, when the whole army walks in behind him. He
Yep.
continues to move forward, though. Picks off yet another shuttle. 2 Dragoons left on the high ground,
Wow.
but Dewalt still has his entire army alive. Now,
That shuttle control was insane, man. Just hitting the Dragoons in the front, backing up, hitting them again, softened up almost the entire army, picks off the Reaver. I mean, that was crazy. And now he has a massive army lead.
do you just shove in and let your Dragoons get melted to, like, Reaver, or do you just try to take a third here?
I think you could just take a third here and pressure. You're so far ahead, and that's exactly what we're going to see. Dewalt puts up a third base, and he's pushing in. Bonyth getting the Reaver down there, but now we're starting to take probe damage, and the natural is under siege.
Reaver is coming in here from the rally, though, of Bonyth, and you know what?
Plus
Dewalt backing
25.
up. I think that's great.
I didn't
Oh,
realize
he's-
that machine. He's got the upgrade for the Reaver as well, so maybe that is what balanced it out a little bit more. Oh no, we have it as well from Dewalt.
Wow,
Wow.
very well done here. It's
Yeah,
kind of
it's
interesting
crazy.
seeing the Reaver damage upgrade being used so commonly nowadays.
Yeah. But now Dewalt going to make this huge arc on top of the high ground into third, take his own third, and is going to push his advantage.
I like that he didn't just dive in, right? Like, it would be an easy way to lose this game, especially with such a big advantage. If you're Dewalt, just keep your advantage, close it out properly, force Bonyth to move out and have to engage into, you know, your setup concave. Nice snipe on the observer there from Dewalt, just taking away that vision.
Yeah, and I really like that Dewalt did back up there. And not only did he, good shot there, did he back up, he killed a couple probes, got some more damage, and was out.
Does lose a Reaver and a Zealot and a Dragoon, though.
Just softening stuff up, man. I think he's trying to get this Reaver to be able to hit the probes on the gas.
Ooh, does take a shot. Ooh, shuttle goes down, but looks like Bonyth getting a little too aggressive there.
Oh, Reaver
for
goes down.
Bonyth
Shuttle
and
goes down.
This is a lot of blue, though.
It's a lot. Yeah, Dewalt has a lot of army at his natural. He has not rallied here.
Yeah, he's got to get on that for sure. You not want to lose this game of all games.
Yeah, not the one that you're ahead in here and looking good. So yeah, tons of units and 2 more Reavers. I think part of his plan here, Machine, is just to actually task Bonyth's multitask, right? Forcing him to micro the Reaver, forcing him to micro the Dragoons while they both macro out. Bonyth not skipping a beat here, keeping his mineral low. So is Dewalt. But this area right here is going to be a tough one to break out of because of the arc in the high ground.
Yeah, that high ground always playing such a big factor in these contains. I mean, and all the time that Dewalt's buying himself right now is just more time he's on 3 bases, right? It's Bonyth will just get further behind. So here we go. Bonyth diving in here. Does pick off Dewalt's solo Reaver. Almost losing his own shuttle, though. And Dewalt just doing a great job utilizing this high ground. But it actually looks like Bonyth might be pushing out here. He might actually have successfully broken this contain.
Yeah, he really needed to get the other Reavers here because the Speed Zealots will make a difference. Speed Zealot Goon is way better than just Dragoon, but if you have the Reaver support, you can just blow up the Zealots as they come toward your Dragoons.
So yeah, no speed Zealots actually from Dewalt, but just a lot of Dragoons and double Reaver coming in for him. Oh, Bonyth's own shuttle being caught out here. 2 Reavers as well.
We're not using our Reavers.
Yeah, we're not using our Reavers. Doesn't need them, I guess. I don't know. Oh, shuttle goes down though, but there's just so many Dragoons here.
Oh my goodness! And Dewalt cleaning up this army, and he has a 3rd base, so he is pushing for the final blow here. He's he is double the supply, and now is going to be able to push into the natural here, get a ton of probe kills, and probably tie this series up at 2-2 machine.
Yeah, I mean, we were saying that we knew these games and this series was going to be oh so close between these two, man, and I'm telling you, it's not disappointing. That's for sure.
That it is not, and we're pushing in here.
Yeah, it looks like Dragoons starting to target down those valuable pylons. Reavers being targeted as soon as they spawn. Zealots being pressured out here from Bonyth. But yeah, it doesn't seem like it's quite going to be enough. Probes dropping at Bonyth's natural here. Meanwhile, you know, obviously Dewalt still on the 3 bases, so he can afford to trade as inefficiently as he wants at this point. And yeah, looks like Bonyth does recognize it. GG is called there, and the series is now tied up 2-2 between these two.
Well, Machine, we said it was going to go down to the wire, and it is. We're going all 5 games. These guys are so close at skill level. They're both just so talented, and we see it here. They're just getting after it, man. Every move, every play can be make or break here.
Yep, absolutely, man. We've seen so many different styles of PvP here so far, right? Like, we opened up with 3 gate openers. Last game was just gate robo from both players at the same time. And yeah, it's been so close. I gotta say, like, Dewalt has been the instigator, which I kind of found a little shocking for me, right? We were talking about a couple games ago how we'd love to just see Dewalt sit back and maybe drag Bonyth out to a longer game, longer series, but that game he was able to take advantage due to his early aggression, kind of catching Bonyth out, taking some great trades. So, you know, it's been a shocker, but it's been kind of working out for him as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised just like you are. I thought that Bonyth would be more of the pressure and more of the aggressor, but it has been Dewalt. Maybe Dewalt's game plan is like, you know what, I'm going to take it to him. He's not used to that. He's used to being the guy who's always pushing, not happening. I'm going for it, and let's make it happen. So we're down to the wire here on a map that neither player wanted, Machine. Neither player wanted Neo Dark Origin, right? They banned out other maps. They didn't pick it. Dark Origin is an odd map because of the way it's made with the 3 ramps. The 3rd has a ramp by it. Very easily to be harassed. Proxies are available all over this map. I mean, definitely a PvP nightmare. If you play on the ladder and you play Protoss, you know that there's gateways that can be put in your natural, there's gateways in your main base, there's gateways in the 2nd ramp, like, they can be placed everywhere. Do I think either of these players will do that in the game 5 here? I don't, but, I mean,
I wouldn't
you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know. You say, I really want to go for it, you make it happen.
Yep. But, yeah, folks, with that, we are down to game 5 here. Both of our players are ready to go. Neo Dark Origin being the battleground. So let's jump into the final game of the series, Bonyth versus Dewalt. Oh, Psych.
He's ready.
He's ready to go. Here we go.
He took a little victory lap around the keyboard, you know?
And spawning top left side of Neo Dark Origin as the red Protoss, it is Dewalt.
And in the bottom right, multiple-time BSL champion, it's Bonyth. All right, man. Nothing crazy yet. Both players, no probe across the map. Gonna probably play standard.
I'm a little disappointed. I wanted to see it. I wanted to see gateways inside the main, like, you know, behind that hidden patch where the mineral spot is, or, you know. You know, the other thing I was thinking of is, like, how good DTs are on this map in particular because of the potential for, like, the DT, like, probe jump over the mineral into the main on this map. It's so good.
I'm surprised. I like to see players go for it, but I mean, both players, I guess, don't want to risk it in Game 5.
Yeah, probably a fair call.
You come this far, you played this much, right? And then all of a sudden it's like, boom. There, double gate, you get scouted, you're just miserable.
Yep. This is such a large map. From natural to natural, main to main, so I wouldn't really expect to see any kind of like 2-gate main play from either player. And in fact, we're seeing Bonyth taking that gas slightly faster than Dewalt. Pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, both playing standard. The question is, will they both go 1-gate robo again? Will someone get crazy and go with the DT opener? I mean, see Dewalt here looking for the proxy gates himself.
Is that a common spot, just right behind the natural or whatever?
Yeah, you put your pylon behind the mineral line, and then you put your gateway towards the center there.
Bonyth not worried about proxy gateways at all. Doesn't even care. Doesn't even want to scout for it.
Yeah, you ain't gonna do it, Dewalt. You ain't gonna do it. Calling you out. Not happening. Bonyth not messing around. Like, I don't care. Don't believe you.
So both players going to get a pretty quick scout off. We already see that probe doing a little bit of harass inside the main of Dewalt.
Getting some good damage. This is a big deal, Machine, in PvP when you harass the gas, because it delays the, look at Bonyth's gas. You notice how he's got like a 40, 50 gas lead? Oh my goodness, and Dewalt's probes all over the place, really disrupting the mining and everything. You notice like a supply lead here. That must be a probe. Did Bonyth skip? No, Bonyth did not skip the Zealot. Okay, so that's just him. Oh, he killed the probe. That's where it's from. Wow. But yeah, you see the gas difference is big because Bonyth already started his range, I believe, and Dewalt just started it. So there'll be like a couple seconds there where if he does, oh, see, 2-gate, or if he wants to fight, he will have the range advantage. I don't know if it'll be significant enough to get across the map with, but that's a big deal.
Yeah, especially on such a big map, right? Because the map's so large, it almost plays to like an advantage to be a little more passive, because your rally is so far away that engaging into your opponent's rally is like just a huge disadvantage. Go up.
First shot there for Bonyth, and then the goon freezes. Not surprised. Even Bonyth's dragoons freeze, man.
Even Bonyth's dragoons freeze, man. Crazy. Well, we have a probe scout going out mid-right here for Bonyth. That's been uncharacteristic of him in this series so far. Dewalt's usually been the one a little more on top of it. Actually, it's not a scout. I guess it could be a scouting pylon.
He's going to put 2 more gates there.
No way. And you thought he would proxy gate.
Maybe not. I was hoping. Hoping he would go and just go for the 2. Uh-oh.
PP has been called.
PP or GG? What do we got here? Oh.
You think he's calling his mom? He's like, Mom, I'm about to win semifinals of the BSL.
Turn on the stream, Mom. It's time.
Turn on the stream, Mom.
It's time.
That's probably it.
Man, I would have loved to see Bonyth just throw 2 more gates down and just go for it, man.
Like,
I'm gonna bust it, man. I'm gonna bust you. It's over.
You were joking about it, but I think it would actually have been a pretty good call given Dewalt's build.
It would have been great.
So it looks like Bonyth with a robo of his own. It looks like he will have the later robo, but the faster second gate.
Yes.
So
he has the advantage, man. Look at it. Here he goes. I knew this was the timing. Oh my goodness, he's gonna get stuck.
did get stuck. Good recovery, though, from Dewalt.
Great micro there from Bonyth, leaving the Zealot on the 1 Dragoon.
Oh, man, this has just been so much damage already from Bonyth. Great control being shown.
Oh my goodness,
here.
he's blocking the ramp. The Dragoon can't get back up.
Oh my gosh, incredible, incredible.
I mean, he got
here.
Oh my goodness, the other one's rallying down.
Those 2 weak Dragoons have just been allowed to do so much damage.
I think
Another
he's gonna
Dragoon
bust it.
going in here
He is.
as
He's
well.
gonna bust up the ramp. Here we go. He can micro the Dragoon in the shuttle to dodge the shots.
Robo support bay being thrown down as well here for Dewalt. Ooh, good control. Oh,
He gets the shuttle with a Dragoon in it. Oh my god.
Oh, that
Is
is
he gonna push
so
through here?
unfortunate here for Dewalt. Probes being pulled off the line, trying to sustain. We do have 2 gateways, but unfortunately the
god,
rally
and
not
GG's
coming out in
called.
time. And yeah, what a game, man. What a way to end that one. Bonyth just smelled blood, man. He just went in for it and had incredible control to kind of close that one out.
Dude, man, I said yes because he had the extra Dragoon with that timing, and it literally was just perfectly got there. Like, Bonyth's timing, incredible, and then that fight was insane. He hurt the Dragoon so badly, left the Zealot on the Dragoon, and pulled his 2 weak ones back. Like, what control. Unbelievable. Bonyth advancing to the winner bracket final. 3-2, edging out Dewalt, man.
Yeah, such a close series. Really came down to just minute micro adjustments from both these, players. But yeah, man, Bonyth got to be feeling good, taking out, one of the promising prospects of this season, BSL, in Dewalt, as per usual, man. I feel like if you're getting through a match like Dewalt, you got to feel confident like you could go the whole way.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, with that, it's going to actually be Dewalt falling down into the loser bracket quarterfinals, of course. And I believe next up we're going to be having Dewalt facing off against XiaoShuai here. So it's going to be another best of 5, completely different matchup. We get to see a completely different side of Dewalt here, but unfortunately he's going up against one of the best Chinese Zergs in XiaoShuai. So yeah, it's going to be what everyone can look forward to here up next. So yeah, with that, we're going to take a short break, folks, before we get to the next series here. So don't go away, because up next it's going to be Dewalt XiaoShuai.